There is a moment before dawn when the world hasn't decided what it will become. Night is still holding on. Morning hasn't arrived yet. Nothing is finished. Nothing has started. And most people never notice that this moment exists. But this is exactly where you are now. Not at the end of who you were. Not yet inside who you're becoming. Standing quietly between the life you learn to live and the life that keeps asking for you. Carl Jung once wrote, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." But here is the uncomfortable question. What does it really mean to choose yourself in a world that trained you to explain, justify, soften, and disappear? What if 2026 does not change because of luck, or manifestation, or force, but because of one quiet inner decision to stop living as a role and finally start living as yourself? According to Jungian psychology, most human suffering does not come from trauma alone. It comes from living unconsciously, from repeating patterns you never chose, from wearing masks you stopped questioning, from explaining yourself until there is almost nothing left to explain. Jung called this the fragmentation of the soul. A life lived through the persona, the social mask you created to survive, belong, and be accepted. But beneath the persona lives something older, something quieter, something truer, the inner self. And when the inner self is ignored, the unconscious does not stay silent. It speaks through anxiety, exhaustion, resentment, and the strange feeling that your life looks fine but feels wrong. This is not a video about becoming better. It is about becoming real. And if you walk this path honestly, 2026 can become the most grounded, peaceful, and internally aligned year of your life. The shadow is not evil. It is unlived life. Everything you were taught to hide in order to be loved, the anger you swallowed, the needs you silenced, the boundaries you never learned to protect. Jung warned, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Shadow work begins the moment you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What part of me was never allowed to exist?" Imagine a child who learns early that being quiet earns approval. That child grows into an adult who explains themselves constantly, not because they are kind, but because silence once felt dangerous. The shadow remembers that moment. And until it is seen, it doesn't disappear, it controls from below. Facing your shadow does not make you darker, it makes you whole. This is where depth psychology begins. The moment you stop fighting yourself and start listening, the persona is useful. It helps you function. It helps you survive. But over time, it quietly drains the soul. If you feel exhausted after social interactions, if people like you but don't truly know you, if you explain yourself and still feel invisible, you may be living too long through the mask. Jung said, "The persona is what one is not, but what oneself as well as others think one is." The cost of wearing it too long is self-abandonment. Imagine an actor who forgets they are acting. They begin to believe the script is real life. That is what happens when the persona replaces your inner truth. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be aligned with yourself. This is where explaining yourself loses its grip. Silence becomes strength. The unconscious mind is not chaotic. It is intelligent. It speaks through triggers, dreams, emotional reactions, repeating relationship patterns. Jungian psychology teaches that what irritates you is often trying to wake you up. Especially for empaths, those who feel deeply before they understand. Think of the unconscious as a compass beneath the surface. You can ignore it, but it never stops pointing north. The more you listen, the quieter the confusion becomes. Self-awareness is not self-judgment. It is curiosity, and curiosity is the doorway to inner authority. Here is the truth few people are ready to hear. Constantly explaining yourself is not politeness. It is fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear that your existence needs permission. Jung warned that modern humans lose themselves by outsourcing identity to society. The moment you stop explaining yourself, something radical happens. You reclaim energy. You reclaim presence. You reclaim dignity. A tree does not explain its roots. It simply grows, and those meant to rest in its shade will find it. Integrity is alignment between thought, feeling, and action. No defense required. This is the heart of Jungian philosophy. Individuation is not becoming special. It is becoming whole, integrating shadow and light, persona and inner self. Conscious and unconscious. Jung wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This is the spiritual path hidden inside psychology. The mature soul stops chasing approval and starts choosing truth. Quietly, consistently, without announcement. Wholeness brings clarity, clarity brings peace, and peace attracts the right life. Your best year does not begin when circumstances change. It begins when you do, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop abandoning your inner truth, when you choose integrity over approval. 2026 does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be real. And reality, once embraced, becomes freedom. If something in you recognized itself today, don't rush past it. Let it work quietly. And if you choose to walk deeper into Carl Jung's wisdom, shadow work, and individuation, you already know where the path begins: inward.